Hello friends, welcome to Código Amat. In today's video I am going to talk about the AP code which is used to work with contact data. I will also briefly mention the MA, AB and SR codes which sometimes replace the AP code. Let's start with the video. Let's go. The help pages that provide additional information about today's video are HEAP, HEAM, HEAB, HESR. HEAP allows access to help pages on how to work with contact data. HEAM allows access to help pages on how to work with mailing addresses for ticket shipments. HEAB allows access to help pages on how to work with mailing addresses for invoice shipments. HESR allows access to help pages on how to work with special requirements. We have 4 options to work with the AP code: 1, 2, 3, and 4. APH is used with home addresses. APB is used with businesses. APE is used with email addresses. APF is used with fax. A PNR, which is the technical name used in Amadeus to refer to a reservation, must include a phone number, a fax number, or an email address where the customer can be contacted if necessary. With low-cost flights, it is most common that we must include in the reservation information of type APE. Sometimes we can replace the real email with the fictitious email address noemail@noemail.com in order to complete the reservation in situations where the customer has not provided us with their email. Before the trip takes place, we must obtain the real email and replace the fictitious one. Now I will explain some examples of transactions that can be carried out using the AP code. The first one is APH space 999666333/P1 allows you to enter the contact phone number of the passenger number 1 of a reservation. APB space 999666333/P2 allows you to enter the work contact phone number of passenger number 2 of a reservation. Another one is APE space and this email address /P3 allows you to enter the email address of passenger number 3 of a reservation. APF space SP 999666333/P4 allows you to enter the fax number of passenger number 4 of a reservation. We have added the letters SP in front of the fax number to indicate that the country where it is located is Spain. It is advisable to leave a space, this space, this space, this space, and this space after the dash, after the hyphen, in all transactions of type AP. Now I am going to explain two different transactions, 1 and 2. APMAD/999666333-B allows entering the same word contact phone number for all passengers in a reservation, simultaneously indicating with the letters MAD that the location is the Spanish city of Madrid. APMAD/999666333-H/P3 allows entering the home contact phone number of passenger number 3 in a reservation, simultaneously indicating with the letters MAD that the location is the Spanish city of Madrid. Let's take another example, this one. This transaction allows entering the contact name, which in this case is a travel agent named Jose. At the same time, we indicate the name of the travel agency where he works, which is Viajes Freddy, and the contact phone number preceded by the abbreviation TLF. It is a Spanish abbreviation, so that we know that the phone number is this one. It means that it is useful to know that the number that follows TLF is a phone, okay? This transaction allows us to see that after the code AP, we can enter free text where we can write very varied information. Let's go for another example. This one. With this transaction, we assign to segment number 4 of a reservation the information that was previously located in another different segment. Now I will explain a function of the AP code that is completely different from what I have already explained. So here we have something totally different, okay? If we type AP and then press enter, the enter key on the computer keyboard, we will be able to see the contact information of our agency of the type RP. The information we will see on the computer screen is of the type RP because it comes from our office profile. Now I will explain 3 situations, 1, 2, and 3, in which the SR code, this code, is used similarly to the AP code. The SR code should be used to add emergency contact information for passengers because the International Air Transport Association started to require extraordinary contact information in 2014 in case of any last-minute irregularities in flights. This means that the AP code is still used when making a reservation, but we need to add transactions like these three with the SR code before issuing a ticket to obtain contact information for emergencies. The first option is to use SRCTCM in transactions that input the phone number. The second option is to use SRCTCE in transactions that input the email. The third option is to use SRCTCR in transactions that indicate the passenger's rejection after asking for an emergency contact. Now I will explain the special symbols used in SRCTCE. In this one, I will explain special symbols here. And these symbols replace other symbols in APE transactions, okay? Let's start with this symbol, colons. Replace the underscore in email addresses used in APE transactions. Now, this one point and a forward slash. Replace the hyphen in email addresses used in APE transactions. And finally, two forward slashes replace the @ symbol in email addresses used in APE transactions, okay? Below, we can see an example, this example, of the email introduced using the APE code, and we will compare it with the format used with the SRCTCE type transactions. In APE type transactions, the APE code is used at the beginning of the transaction along with the @ symbol, this symbol. But in SRCTCE type transactions, the SRCTCE code is used at the beginning of the transactions and the @ symbol is replaced by two forward slashes, as we can see here, okay? I will also explain an example where we can see the difference between how the contact phone is introduced using the AP code, which in this case is APH, and how the contact phone number is introduced using the SRCTCM code. We can see that the only difference is the code that appears at the beginning of both transactions. The rest of the transaction is the same. On the last page, this page, I will explain the AM and AB codes. At the top, we can see a transaction that starts with AB. After the AB code, the mailing address to which we are going to send the invoice appears. The postal address will be the one that appears on the itinerary. Be careful. The postal address is divided into two parts separated by one comma. This comma. Before the comma, it means here, we see the street name and the house number. After the comma, it means here, we see the postal code number and the name of the locality. At the end of the transaction, we can see a slash and P6. This indicates that the postal address for sending this invoice only affects passenger number 6 of the affected reservation. The comma indicates that the information that appears after it will be printed on the next page. We can also see an example with the transaction of the type this transaction, but let me tell you that everything I said before is here, okay? Now I am going for this transaction, okay? The AM transaction. We can observe that the structure of this transaction is the same as the structure of the transaction that starts with the AB code. The only difference is that AM type transactions are used to send tickets to customers. Finally, we see a transaction 10/P6, which is used to associate passenger number 6 of a reservation with the contact postal address appearing in segment number 10 of that reservation. Friends, we have come to the end of the video. The following videos will run in the same way that I have made, that is, explaining each of the parts of Amadeus as extensively as possible. Remember to subscribe and like this video if you liked this video. Don't forget to share it with anyone who might be interested. It would be a good gift, both for those who need a booster and for those who didn't get a feel for the program. Above all, it would be a good gift for the latter, who now have a second chance with my videos to take advantage of the time and money allocated in the past, and that they will finally be able to make profitable. Thank you very much, and I will tell you the same thing as always. Love to be loved.